Okay, good morning all. So I was going to talk about GHBT version 4.11 as we've got now. Uh, it's quite complex. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down. So this video will be an overview of the software and try and point out some bits and pieces for you. And then over the next couple of days, I'm going to do some more in depth on the modules that they've produced. Yesterday was a weird day. Nothing sort of went right at all on anything. It was very strange. It could be it's probably just a one-off because the weather went cold or something. But anyway, let's have a look at the latest version of Graham Best Times. So what we've got is, I'll just point out the new bits for you. So we've got the last 5 races. Now, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure how much this is useful really, because they're mostly all over the place. Because they're graded runners, and if you win a race, you go up one. Obviously, you can't in this race because it's a D1, so there isn't anything above a D1. So look, Bartlemy Lauren has won her last 2 in this grade, and she went off heavy odds on favourite last time. Blast Out Wilma. That's pretty consistent as well, but I'm not sure how much you can really tell from these last 5 because they're all over the place. It's not like sort of a horse that runs and runs in a handicap and starts winning, but still it's there anyway. So then the next part is the punt score, which I think I mentioned in the last video, which I'm not, again, I haven't really found a way in with this at the moment. I haven't really found a way in with the software at all. But what I was going to do is let's just have a look at a couple of the races. You've got the win percentage with a clear run, win percentage with no clear run. So you can see that one hasn't won with a no clear run. So if there's a punch up, they might not win. But you've only got 10% for that one, 7% for that one, and 2% for that one. So it's not actually that much, I wouldn't have said. Obviously we've got no split time here because it's a sprint. The final time, you got 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, I should have got my phone because I've got the prices on there. Hang on. Oh no, it's alright, I'll get it up on it. But they've changed this to trend form, so whether they're going up or whether they're going down. So that one's going down, that one's staying about the same, no idea on that one. Again, not 100% sure how much it is. We've got IRF, which stands for something to do with the racetrack, how hard it is. So 5 is it's an ordinary balanced track, so it's neither hard nor soft. I'm winding down to see whether I can find something else. Won't be anything this morning because they're all balanced tracks. Most of the tracks are balanced, right? So you've got a 1 there, which is Kinsley, which is a tight track. So there could be more interference. This is the theory behind it anyway. Tonight we've got the Greyhound Derby first legs, which is at Toaster, which that is an open, nice big wide open one. There we are. There's this Toaster. Yeah, there you go. Toaster, so that one's a nice easy track. The next column along is whether they think there'll be interference in this race. So I'm presuming they're doing that on times. So if if there's a few that get to the bend at the same time, there could be interference. This one they don't reckon there will be. If you look at FSS, that's the fast speed. The quickest out from the traps, they reckon, will be the 1. This isn't actually a Derby heat, is it? No, it's a heat before. Trouble exploitation score. So that's whether, if there's trouble, it's either going to be out of the way out the front, or it's going to be out of the way out the back and swerve around it all. And the rating, that's just a rating that they give it. So that one's got the full house here in an open race. That one looks pretty decent for a thing. Depends what the price is going to be. I'm just going to get the price up here. Let's have a look. Dogs. Where the bloody hell's the dogs? There they are. So toaster tonight. Let's just have a look. 601. No, still on SP. Right, so it's still too early for that one. We have got. I know we've got the morning dog prices. I wanted to talk about that one. So that's new. Those are all new, and there are of some use. But the bits that really come in is the head-to-heads. Now here they've tried to map how a dog does against any other dog that they've raced against. Now obviously you're going to get some that, I'll see if I can find one. No, they're all pretty much for muchness. Oh, there we are, look, there's a race here where only those two dogs have raced each other, so there's not an awful lot you can get from it there. So, if you're using this method, I would pass on this race and find something better. But if we look, and the first race at Oxford today, we've got, what you've got is, so that this is dog 1, and it's beaten dog 4, and it's beaten dog 5, but it's lost to it twice as well. Dog 2, even Stevens, lost, even Stevens. Dog 3, even Stevens, 1, lost. But then we come down to this one here, right, where it's gone lost. So it's losing to everything. Although it's got the best speed, that could possibly be a lay. Here you've got winning, losing, and then you've got the 6 dog, he's beaten the 5 dog, so we've got there, so that one's actually related to that one. So Wilma is all blue. So that could be a bet to win. This one, you initially think that's a lay, but it would have to be at a certain price, because if you go here to the win percentage, it's won 48% of its races out of 23 races, so it's actually won, 21 times, 11 times out of 23, which is pretty decent. So I've been a little bit wary about laying that one. This one here, obviously it beats 4. It has a reasonable standard there with 2. But here it gets totally dominated by 6. So let's just have a look at the price, because that one to me would probably be the lay, Ballin Temple. Hang on, I'll get it in a second. Ballin Temple. Yeah, so that's 433. I'll be quite happy to lay that one. Last Out Wilma's gone favourite. Bartlemy Lauren is second. Ballin Temple third. TK, you said they've got it out at 7 now. At 7. At 7. Okay, it's lost to everything, but it's only just lost apart from this one to 5. But if it gets too much bigger than 7, I think I might take a chance on either backing it or backing it for a place. Particularly when you look at the fast breaks. So the top dog they've got is Blast Out Wilma. Then they've got TK4. Also has the fastest time as well. So once it gets up to that sort of price, 7, you might get even higher on Betfair. There's no point showing you the Betfair because it's only 9 o'clock in the morning and there won't be any prices up. Well, think about that. So you got, yeah, so it's second on the Trouble of Exploiting score as well. So, don't know, at a big price, I'd go, you know, I mean, it's twice the price of Blast Out Wilma. And okay, it's never beaten anyone. But, I mean, it's only 1, isn't it? 1, 1, 1, 2. It's not really great. So I think I'd be, the bet I'd have here is if TK4 is, you know, at a reasonable price, I might try it either an each way or just a place bet on that one. That looks the lay really, Ballin Temple, which, I mean, he gets beaten by 5 and 6 on a regular basis. So 5 and 6 don't smash themselves up at the first bend. That's it. Now, there was one thing I wanted to say about split times. Let's just have a look at the first race here. That's got a split time. That's not a sprint. Okay, it's the 11:01 at Sheffield. Now, split times are, it's how fast the dog gets out, but it's measured at the finish pole. So that the dog comes out of the traps over here, and it runs and it hits the finishing line first time, and that's when that split time's taken. Then it runs on a little bit and it comes to the bend. Now the bend is much more important than the split time. Okay, if it gets away with it, I've seen quite a few dogs that break quick and then just sort of peter out at the bend. So if we have let's just have a look at this one. Now, obviously you can't do that on this software, but you can with Betfair. And if you go to Betfair any race and you just click on greyhound form up here, you'll get a pop-up. You know, you do have to fiddle around to find the right race on this one. And you have to remember to change it, otherwise you do all your homework on this and it doesn't work. So you can see here, what do we have? What's the quickest split here is, right, so we've got 3, is it? Yeah, 3, 3, 6, 4. So we've got 3, 6, 4. So let's have a look at 3, 6, 4. Right, boom, that one's a quicker way. Look at this. Right, so it goes first to the bend. It comes out first twice, second twice. So that's pretty decent. This one's pretty good. Look, 1-1 to the bend. So we can see that we think rings end 3 and 4 are going to get to the bend round about the same time. What we got up here, we've got quickest break is 3 and 4. Oh well, there we are, so 3 and 4. I didn't read that before, and honest, I didn't. So that looks like it's going to be a 3 or 4. Let's have a look what they've got on the. And I'm only saying that because, you know, dogs that hangs on to the second bend usually win in a lot of cases. So you've got here, we've got, right, so that one would be Crystal Power, which they've tipped, and everyone's tipped actually. But no matter, it doesn't matter if it's a short price, 2-1, 2-1, even if it's even money. I don't mind an even money shot. You've got what, two. Actually, we might have a price for this one. Let's have a look. Sheffield dogs. Sheffield. We'll have a price for this one. Oh, we haven't yet. Very slow with the prices this morning. Right. Well, oh shit, wrong thing. It's the bloody horses this afternoon. So we've got, what are we doing? What, this one. So that one can't beat anything. So no small talk is a lay, I would say. Right, you've got 3 reds across there. That could be a lay. You've got nothing in the win column and 17% no. Right, okay, so we're not worried about that. So that would be our lay. And it's either going to be 4. See, that's got a win, but it's only on 1. We haven't got any other information on it, so that could be a 2. That was a quick finishing time, wasn't it? I would sort of think about laying no small talk. To be totally honest, I mean, I think they've designed this to try and find winners, but I'd like it to find losers at a reasonable price, really. A reasonable price I consider under 10-1, maybe even 20-1, if I'm absolutely certain. But anyway, that is really the sort of overview of this new thing. Is we've got the last 5, right, which I don't greatly love. And let's see that Crystal Power of 22215. Won 5 last time in an A3. It's been dropped a grade to an A4. You see that, right? 2215. A3. It was 5th. It's now been dropped to an A4. That was 4th in an A3. It's between 3 and 4, isn't it? Really. Anyway, that's for you to decide. My bet here would be no small talk to lose, if I can get a decent price on it. So we've got the last 5. We've got the punt score. I'm not really sure what the punt score is. It's how they say it's how confident punters have been in them recently. Well, I don't know what that bloody means, to be totally honest. The win percentage on with no clear run. So Crystal Power has got quite a high percentage there. So I'm getting more interested in Crystal Power, especially as they've tipped it. So it's going to be coming in last, isn't it, I think? Split rank, yeah. We did all that, I've done all that. Trend form, right, let's have a look at the trend form. So you've got, they reckon 6 and 5 are going up. 4 staying the same. 3's going down, they reckon. staying the same, going down. So then we've gone through all that, the head-to-heads. It's an ordinary track, bog standard track. There might be a little bit of interference. It's going from 3 to 5. Fastest dog away is the 3. Who's next? That one, isn't it? Yeah, 6 is the 4. So you pay your money, you take your choice really, you make your choice, don't you really? So they're saying the 6 and the rating is the 6. So actually this race is all over the place, barring No Small Talk, who can't win in a million years. So if you can get a price on No Small Talk, which I don't think we can yet. No, we can't. Right, okay. I would definitely lay that one. Looking here. Now, of course, the problem is, I mean, I've spent quite a lot of time there, just, I don't know why I've been on 10, 15, looking at just 2 races there. And there's hundreds of them. So, you know, whether you want to... I think I would tend to stick to a meeting that you like. Like, so tonight, if you're at work now and you watch this briefly when you come in where you're having your eggs, bacon, beans and sort of chips for your dinner, I think I'd probably choose a meeting and just go through that, because that gives you 15 minutes to the next race, 16 minutes to the next race. Gives you enough time to do it, because I mean, okay, it's okay the first 2 races of the day. That's, you know, we've only got 2 races in the first half hour, but after that it starts getting busy. Oh, there's one. Look, that one there. Bertie's Liz, 11:38 at Oxford. That's beaten everyone. What price is it at? Bertie's Liz at Oxford. Oxford, here we go. Oxford. What time was I say it was? 11:38. Bertie's Liz, look, 6.50. I quite like that one. Yeah, a bit of each way on that one. Don't know why that's so far out. Hang on. Bertie's Liz, 5.5, right? So it's not got a great split time, so I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Second fastest away. I might have a little each way on that one. See this one here? Right, it's not lost to any of the other dogs. Ko Samui. Won't get a price because Sheffield's not up yet. But that's just one way of, you know, of if you're just sitting here and doing it, just to have a look and go, that's got about the best. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1. That's got 1, 2, 3. I don't know. So I don't know. I you know, it's just, it's early days, so I would have said that one's beating everything. Melbury Meteor. What's the price of Melbury Meteor in the 11.48s? No, 10.48, close. That's 3. That's probably worth a little flutter. Quid. You don't need to bet big, do you? Really, you know. Only time you should really bet big is if you're, you know, only going to do 1 or 2 races in the day. But if you're going to do several races, about a quid. Doesn't hurt if it loses. So it could be that one there. But, you know, I mean, we've got nothing on Savannah Brendo. at all, so we don't know what he's doing. But anyway, that's the overview, and as I said, we've got various betting systems. We got a new one out yesterday. This is the Triple Crown system. I'm not going to show you this because it's unfair to Betting Dev if I show you the what they use. I must admit, I like the trailer lay system because, well, laying greyhounds is a lot easier than backing ones to win. Okay, it hurts if you lose, but you know, I just see what happened yesterday. Let's have a look. Well, no, I'll tell you what, we'll have a look. So you've got the back. This is the other thing. You've got the back testing module here. Now, so let's have a look at this month on this. See what we got to. Now, remember, this one is just laying to £1 liability. So you won't get much profit on that. But if you can get £2 or £3, you can bump that up by laying to a liability of 10. Personally, I would prefer to just lay to a fixed stake. So you got £2.28 in a week there. So it went down, 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 up. Okay, so back into profit there. So yeah, you paid your money, you take your short. I think it's now got so complex. There's so much in here now, and yet they've still missed out certain things like the getting to the bend and how it does round the bend. But I'm sure they will get to it, because if they don't, I'll nag them about it. But the last 5, that would be better. There'd be something better for bends. I don't know. It's not perfect, but give it a go. If you've upgraded, give it a go. If you haven't upgraded, we'll give you a quick one. So it's that one or that one. That one, Melbourne Meteor. This one is a lay, no small talk. No, don't know anything there. That one's too complex. It's too complex for me, that one. Could be this one. Crystal Par, no small talk is the lay. Nothing particularly jumps out there. Try to find another one for you, and then you can follow along with these this morning. That one there, I suppose. And then it looks like Kosamui at Sheffield, 11:34. So I've given you 3 or 4 there. If they all win, I'll put my address up in the comments underneath. Just send me the 10% profit that you've got. Thank you. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to be back with over the next day or so, where I'm going to sort of go through some of these systems. If you haven't bought the system, there's no bloody point, but in fact I might just do the last 2 that they've got, which is the track tuned and the Triple Crown system, in the next video. Okay? Right, catch you later. Good luck today.